So we continue this embryology and developmental embryology. The Aristotle's, who before 17th century, the embryology knowledge was based on the writings of Aristotle and Galen. The embryology as a branch of biology was initiated by the famous Greek philosopher Aristotle. He was the first embryologist to describe the development and reproduction of many kinds of organisms in his book entitled The Degeneration Animalium. He believed firmly that the complex adult organism developed from a simple, formless beginning. Then, the historical and background of experimental embryology is 200 years. For this, Aristotle honored the father of embryology, and he written the male contribute the semen and the female contribute the contamina. So you can see this how they look like the embryology and the structure of embryology. The second cell stage abnormal heat embryo, second cell stage blastula stage embryo, half size normal larva. So this type of the embryo how they are developed, and it is depend upon their secretion of the hormones, development of the bodies, how they are fertilized egg is important for their development. So an entire animal developing from a single cell would support epigenesis, and a portions of the animal developing would favor for performation. What was the result? What was the result? Interestingly, Rocks described the formation of a half embryo that he called a hemiembryo, and Drisch found that each cell retained the potential to develop into entire organisms. See, the proposed that the germ plasma theory, the egg and sperm contribute the chromosomes equally to the zygote, that is fertilized egg, and the chromosomes are carriers of the hereditary potentials, and these hereditary potentials and the germ cells, that is gametes mean the male and female gametes or zygote. The embryo are the only potentials, hereditary potential. Heredity means what? The heredity refers to the genetic heritage passed down by our biological parents. It's why we look like them more specifically. It is the transmission of traits from one generation to the next, and these traits can be physical, such as eye color, blood type of disease, or behavior. It is depend upon the heredity. If you are going to see this example of heredity, it is one of the characteristics get genetically from our parents and our relative before them. The likelihood that you will have blue eyes. So you can see this Oscar Hardwick, 1872, he discovered this embryonic condition. Then Theodore Boveri, 1902. Then Thomas Hunt Morgan. He is the first scientist that suggested that the embryonic development is controlled by expressions of different genes, and he awarded the Nobel Prize for discovering the mutations, and these mutations is important for discovered by this Thomas Hunt Morgan. And this mutation is occurs when a DNA gene is damaged or changed in such a way as to alter the genetic message carried by that gene. And a mutation is an agent of substance that can bring about a permanent alteration of the physical composition. Another one is Otto Warburg. He studied the respiratory mechanism in sea urchin embryo cells, and he considered the first scientist. The Ernst Victor Hamburger, Ross Gravenels, they discovered the successfully culture the frog neuroblast. So you can see this Hyde Mangold experiment involved taking a piece of the lip of the blastophore of the gastrula stages of the amphibian embryo and grafting it into the wall of another gastrula at a side distance from the host, the blastophore, and thereby induced a secondary axis of polarity in the host that eventually developed into a secondary embryo. In 1935, Spemann received the Nobel Prize for Medicine or Physiology as the first embryologist, and you can see how their development of the primary axis induced in a second axis. So this embryo, when we are going to see this scientist, how they are differentiated, the cytoplasm, ribosomes, and the dolly, the sheep, the metazoans, how they are developed. And this embryology is important for their embryological evidences, and the embryological evidences is study of the development of the anatomy of an organism to its adult form, provides evidence for evolution as embryo formation in widely divergent groups of the organisms to term the conserve. And this example of embryology is it is depend upon their, for example, you can say the evidence of evolution is called the embryology, the study of embryos. For example, fish embryo and human embryos both have gill slits. In fish they develop a gills, but in human they disappear before the birth. How they are required the embryological study? It is a discipline concerned with the study of embryogenesis and the development of the embryo from fertilized egg cell. Findings in embryology have helped in the understanding of congenital abnormalities and developing the assisted reproduction of the procedures. Congenital means it is a depend upon your family background, from ancestor, from your parents or grandparents. So it is important for their chromosomes.